So I've been wanting to talk about the state of Animal Crossing New Horizons for a while, but I just didn't know how to precisely say it without actually fully insulting the game. Because honestly, this game is really fun. I love playing this game. I enjoy it. I pretty much did everything. I got all the golden tools. I've paid off all my loans. And I've decorated my town to the way I love it. So yeah, I've spent like over 200 hours in this game. And I've enjoyed every single hour of it. But there are like a lot of problems that people aren't not talking about when it comes to this game. And most of these problems shouldn't even be problems at all. But I feel like it needs to be addressed because it's kind of stupid how no one really is talking about all this. Let's talk about the first major problem with this game that I have. And the first problem I actually want to address is just right off the bat is the updates. Okay, so a lot of people are excited about all these updates. Everyone like gets hyped up whenever they get announced. Like, this new update that just came out, adding underwater sea creatures and Pascal into the game. A lot of people were excited about that. But here I am thinking, I'm like why is this is nothing new. Like, they're acting as if like this whole update has new content when really it isn't. And believe it or not, yeah, I find it exciting whenever there's a new update because, like, honestly, like, after doing everything, there really isn't much left to do. So yeah, I get excited whenever they add new content. Well, quote unquote new. I say that because all this new content, quote unquote new, isn't really new at all. Because all the content that we've gotten within these updates have already been in past Animal Crossing games. Like, for example, Leaf was introduced in New Leaf. He had his own shop, but now apparently it's been downgraded just to like a little stand in the town hall. They didn't even bother to like let us craft a store for him, but instead we have to wait like maybe a month or a few weeks just to have him in your town again. So if, like, for all of you guys that want to add shrubs into your town, you're gonna have to wait or time travel like to a different day in order just to get him. And this sucks even worse for the people that are committed to not time traveling within their town. And that is a huge issue that I have with this game, or like, just the developers of this game, I guess Nintendo. Because, like, they didn't give us the option to time travel within the game. So, like, if we want time travel, we have to go within our Nintendo Switch settings and change the date and time. So yeah, we had to find a way to get around that. And, I understand what they mean. If you want to play the game legitimately, you could. And, like, that's what they're trying to enforce here, but at the same time, you're not making this easy for us. And of course, nothing's ever really easy, but the problem I have is that, like, the chances of getting these characters into your town are really rare. Specifically, and I say this, I can't stress this enough, a lot of people have been complaining within the comments saying that they can never find Red. Some people have waited months. Some people have like changed the days, like within like maybe 3 months worth of days in order to like find him at least once. You also have to keep in mind there are a lot of paintings and sculptures that you have to collect and send to the museum. But here's the thing, I mean, like, the more you collect, the harder it is to find the ones that you want. Obviously, like, this is the same issue with fossils, right? The more you collect, it's going to be a little bit harder to find the newer fossils in order to complete your collection. It's the same thing here, but far worse. It's far worse because unlike fossils that come out in quantities of 4 every single day, these paintings, or at least Red, he never shows up. Like, he shows up like once in every blue moon, or like once in like every few months. Even as a time traveler myself, like, it's annoying to try to find him. But a lot of you guys would easily say that you could cheese the system by, getting a painting, moving to the next day, and then going back to the previous day where he was, so you just keep like pretty much getting infinite amount of paintings. That's pretty much the reliable way to get the paintings as fast as possible. But for people that are committed to not time traveling, this is hell for them because they can never find it. So if you're one of those players that are extremely committed into not time traveling, like, you guys are going to be playing this game for years because you guys are never going to be able to, collect all the paintings. It's just impossible. Just at the rate that he comes out, it's terrible. And it's going to be even worse later on when you're almost done with the collection because, you're going to have to wait even like longer just to find the painting that you want. So it's going to take you like years worth of work. And what makes this even worse is that once you complete the painting collection, you don't get anything for it. So yeah, all those years of grinding for all these paintings, they're for nothing. You don't get anything for completing the painting collection. And that pissed me off so much. Because when I completed the whole collection, I was expecting, okay, maybe he'll give me like some sort of plaque or something. No, you don't get shit for that. The same goes for collecting all the fish and all the bugs. You don't really get anything for it. The only thing that you get, and it's not even museum related, you get the golden fishing rod and the golden net. But that's not part of the museum. Usually in the past Animal Crossing games, whenever you complete the museum, you get like at least a museum model. So like it's basically a congratulations for collecting everything in the museum type of thing. But here they're not giving you anything for completing it. And that's honestly the reason why I haven't really played this game even when this new update came out, because I feel like when I get all the deep sea creatures, I'm not gonna get shit for it. So like really, what's the point? Like, you know, you could have had some sort of reward, you know? Give us like a plaque for collecting all the paintings. You know, give us maybe a golden diving suit for collecting all the deep sea creatures, you know? But no, all you get is just bragging rights. But I have to say they did make it up a little bit for you during the stamp rally. So you do get plaques when you actually complete all the stamps, which isn't too hard because all you have to do really is just like basically have everything collected, do the stamp rally, and you pretty much automatically get every single stamp. So really it isn't too difficult. But I think the stamp rally came too early to this game. I think they should have waited until they finished updating the museum completely so that like once the stamp rally comes, we could actually get plaques for literally every single section. So yeah, you do get somewhat rewarded, but it's not really as great as you think. So this huge museum situation is a problem to me because, well, here's another reason. First of all, the deep sea creatures and the paintings, they should have already been in the game day one. I don't know why they had to release them in an update when really, like, they should have already been in the game. There's no reason for you to take it out of the game and, you know, just release in an update and call it new. That's probably what pisses me off the most about these updates. They're like just releasing recycled stuff from past games and, you know, putting them in an update and calling it new. Like, that's so stupid. And honestly, I wholeheartedly believe that every season that has been in Animal Crossing, or like any holiday like Christmas, 4th of July, or any stuff like that, should have already been in the game day one. There was no reason to take it out and leave them for updates. Like, honestly, there's none. Like, them doing all these shady update stuff and just all this shady shit with this game, it makes me wonder why this game took so long to be released. The usual wait time for another Animal Crossing installment usually takes about 4 to 5 years. You know, we waited 5 years after City Folk and we got New Leaf. The same thing goes for like the other Animal Crossings in the past. But if you're taking out all this shit from the game, why did it take you 7 years to make this? Of course, you could argue that, you know, they don't want to release it on the Wii U because it was unsuccessful. Of course, I understand that. But if that's the case, why didn't you just release this in 2017? Especially considering the fact that you took out most of the essential features in the game. And this actually brings us to my next huge issue I have with this game. The furniture sets. I feel like there's such a lack of variety when it comes to the furniture sets here in Animal Crossing New Horizons. Like all the furniture sets that we knew, like, you know, back in the past Animal Crossing games, you know, the gorgeous set, all the Gracie Grace furniture, all the normal modern furniture, the Regal set, all that stuff was completely removed from this game. And I don't understand why. Why didn't you just let us craft it? Why did you have to take out all that stuff? Like, if you took all that shit out of the game and you just added these new pieces of furniture, like I said, why did it take you so long to create this game? You know, when I first got this game, I was like pretty excited about it because I was excited to get like these new versions of the furniture sets. Like, I was hoping to get the gorgeous set back, and like I wouldn't have minded if I crafted them. If I had to craft them, that would have been fine. But the fact that they took them all out of the game and added like a very few amount of furniture sets, like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? Like I said, you took out a huge feature, like pretty much the most essential feature in an Animal Crossing game, and you took it out completely. Look, I know I might be speaking a little bit soon about this because, I mean, it hasn't been a year yet, and you know, who knows, maybe in a few updates later on we'll probably get these furniture sets back and we'll be able to craft them. But the problem, again, like I said, is that they're going to release the update and they're going to call it new. But when really, these furniture sets have already been in all the other Animal Crossing games in the past. But I mean, who knows, really? I mean, we could probably get a Gracie Grace later on. I mean, I was hoping that it was already in the game because, you know, I kept talking to LaBelle, like, pretty much the entire, like, duration of this game. And really, all she gives you is just, like, these little special brand clothing. So I was hoping that maybe, like, if I help her out a few times, I would have gone in the Gracie Grace store or something like that. But yeah, do I think it's a huge mistake for them to take all of that shit out of the game? Yes, I really do. Alright, so I pretty much already talked about the furniture stuff and just pretty much the recycled content. Let's actually talk about the inconveniences of this game. But before that, let's actually talk about the major new conveniences that they added in this game before we actually get into the pretty much the cons of this whole thing. So, you know, the main pros are that, like, you know, they added a lot of, like, more user-friendly things, right? You know, you're able to decorate your house with more freedom. You know, you get to move your furniture by, you know, going on this new menu. That was actually introduced in Happy Home Designer, by the way. So, yes, recycled content once more. But yeah, it's more convenient to, you know, decorate your house, which I actually do appreciate. Another convenience I do like is that, you know, if you're farming for gold roses, you know, with the golden watering can, you know, that little process of getting them can repeat if it rains the next day. So yeah, it could go on for a few days and you could get multiple gold roses like that. So yeah, that is pretty convenient instead of just waiting like in between days and stuff. I'm actually pausing between my voice narrations because honestly there is not a lot of good conveniences in this game. I mean, there really isn't. Like, those are like the only two major ones that I could find. I mean, one convenience I could say is that, you know, they added the drop box on, like, in the Nook store. So basically, if it closes, you could sell your stuff within the drop box. You do get like a kind of like a cut portion of what you would normally get if you sold it to Timmy or Tommy. But yeah, at least you get something. But at the same time, they notify you literally every day that they put money into your account, which is so annoying because, I mean, it's already implied. They don't have to tell you every fucking day. So now that we're talking about inconveniences, oh man, they're like, where the fuck do I start, right? Okay, well, let's start with one of the biggest inconveniences, like a lot of people have problems with, specifically for those that are trying to complete the fish encyclopedia. So, you know, like now in this game, you are able to have fish bait, so you can make like different random fish appear every now and then. Which is very convenient, yeah. But crafting them is an absolute bitch. Like, oh my god. Like, if you got like a lot of manila clams, like, that's good, but you have to craft them one by one. They don't even give you a fucking option. They don't give you a fucking option to craft them in bulk. So yeah, if you have like a whole pocket full of manila clams, good fucking luck, dude. You're gonna be there for a while. So just get some fucking potato chips and just wait. I mean, oh my god, how did they miss this? Why can't we just craft in bulk? Or why isn't there an option to let us do that? Especially if it's only gonna attract fucking sea bass. So with this inconvenience, it feels more like a punishment. So yeah, once you do that, once you collect all the fish, you get, like I said, you do get golden tools for, you know, doing certain tasks. Like, for example, you have to help Gulliver 30 times to get a golden shovel. Or, you know, you have to complete your bug and fish encyclopedia to get the golden fishing rod and the golden net, you know, stuff like that, just to get golden tools. But here's the main kicker. They fucking break. So yeah, that's my biggest fucking problem when it comes to the golden tools. Like really? Like, yeah, the durability does get bumped up a little bit, but I mean, you know how hard it is to find gold nuggets? I mean, like, you go through like at least 2 golden shovels before you can find at least 1 gold nugget. You know, it's really stupid. So I think, like, in order to fix this, simply all you have to do is just, you know, make a buff to all these tools to make them more durable. And let's not mention the amount of effort that you have to put in to get these tools in the first place. I mean, like, I feel like the fish, like, you know, completing your fish catalog takes forever because, I mean, you know, not only that some fish are even more rare to find, especially for the blue marlin and the tuna fish, they could only be found in the bridge or like that little pier, and that's it. That's you can't find them anywhere else. And you could, and like I went through like so much fish bait in order to find the blue marlin, and like it shouldn't have taken that long. It took me like a few days just to find them. For getting the golden net, it wasn't really too difficult. I mean, the bug part was probably like the easiest grind that you can do. It's not really that difficult. I mean, even popping 300 balloons was an inconvenience. Like, I mean, before the Easter update came out, like I was wondering, like, man, I have to pop 300 fucking balloons just to get a golden freaking slingshot that looks like any other slingshot, and they don't even bother to improve the look of it. Like, yeah, it's pretty stupid, but I mean, once the Easter update came out, they made it like a ton easier. I mean, oh my god, I ended up getting like 200 pops like in one day. For the golden axe, it wasn't really too difficult. Like, maybe it takes you like an hour to just destroy at least 100 flimsy axes, and that's how you get it. You just get the recipe. Like, here's the funny part: you actually think of the recipe. Like, that's how stupid it is. But yeah, like it's pretty simple. The golden watering can wasn't really too difficult either. I mean, just get a 5-star rating, which pretty much anyone can do. But by far, the hardest fucking tool to get, like by far, like it's probably the hardest golden tool I ever had to get, was the golden shovel. Before, in past Animal Crossing games, all you had to do was bury a shovel with a shovel, and you get a golden shovel. That's all you had to do. New Leaf did make it a little bit tougher, but you know, it was still very doable. All you had to do was collect 25 fertilizers, and that's how you get the golden shovel. But here they decided to take it like a massive step forward, and now you have to help Gulliver 30 times. And by the way, when you're doing the Nook Miles, it only tells you to help him 20 times. So a lot of people are gonna think, oh, all you have to do is really just help him 20 times and you get it. No, that's not how it works. You have to help him 30 times in order to get it. And let's not forget that he is pretty rare. Like, it does take a while for him to actually ever appear in your town. But again, you could really cheese this time system again, just like with the paintings. All you have to do is move forward a day after helping them, then go back, and it's like it never really happened. So yeah, you can keep rinsing and repeating until you reach the amount of 30, and then you could just easily get the recipe. So yeah, it's not really too difficult. But for those people who actually don't time travel, yeah, you're kind of fucked. Point is, like, you know, getting all these golden tools, yeah, it's very rewarding. You get a lot of Nook Miles, by the way, for doing this stuff. But at the same time, it doesn't really feel like a reward if these tools could just easily break like the rest of the other tools. And it doesn't really help knowing that there really isn't any special effects with these golden tools. So like back then in the old Animal Crossing games, you know, for the golden fishing rod, it will attract fish faster. For the golden net, the net was a little bit bigger, so you could like catch bugs a little bit more easily. You know, with the slingshot, it had 3 pellets. Now it only has 1. What else? The shovel doesn't really have any special effects. I mean, you know, the main effect that it had was that you could make money trees, but now that effect was given to pretty much any shovel. The golden axe didn't really have any special effects like in the past games. I mean, it was just there. The only good thing about it is that it would never break, but now it breaks, so really it's more of a downgrade than anything. And well, I guess the only golden tool that actually has any sort of benefit is probably just the golden watering can, because now you could like you could water 9 flowers at a time. So yeah, that's the only golden tool that has any sort of special effect on it. You know, one good effect I thought they would have added to at least one of the golden tools was with the golden shovel. Like, you know, back then if you had the silver shovel in New Leaf, you were able to sometimes like have ore appear like non-stop. So like the entire rock would be filled with ores instead of just getting regular money. So, but that was a rare occurrence. But at least it happened. I think they should have added that effect. You know, you could get like pretty much like what, 9 golden nuggets at once. You know, that would have been nice. You know, you could have had it as a rare effect, but you know, it would have been something. But yeah, like the lack of effects here just makes this grind a lot less worth it. Okay, now that we've talked about these inconveniences, I think we need to talk about one more major inconvenience. And it has to do with time traveling, or the fact that they don't want you to time travel. And I understand this little concept, you know, they want you to play legitimately, you know, go day by day. But like really every day you finish a task, it doesn't really take you an hour, and like there's nothing left to do. But and this is where it really gets more complicated, because you know, with these updates with Red coming out or Leaf, where they come out like very rarely in your town, if you're not time traveling, it's going to take you a long time to get what you want, especially when it comes to the paintings. You know, it'll take you years before you could actually complete your entire painting collection. And another piece of evidence that supports this whole thing is that like this also affects the customization options in some ways. So in this game, when you craft something, you're able to customize. You know, you could change the color of something that of something that you crafted. Like let's say you crafted like a bench and it's not the color that you want. You could get customization kits in order to, you know, craft them into whatever color you want, which is a very nice idea. But stuff that you buy from the Nook store, you're never able to like customize. And this was one of the biggest issues in this game for me, like by far, because I mean, you know, let's say you want to buy a TV, but like they have it in white or red, but you wanted a black TV. Like, you know, usually the first time around, if you buy it, you would think, okay, maybe I could just customize it to make it black, right? No, this one is very different. Like, I don't understand why we have to wait to get the proper color, which has to do with not time traveling. I felt like this was one of like the biggest inconveniences of this game for literally no reason. This pretty much goes for like all the furniture sets that you could find in like the Nook store. So for example, the antique set, if you have it in a color that you don't like, you can't customize it. Same goes for the cute set or any other set like the Imperial set or whatever. And it kind of makes you wonder, like, if we can't customize it to our liking, then what the fuck is the point of the customization kits? So like I said, this ties in with the non-time traveling thing they want you to do. Like now you have to wait like in between days or even in between months or even years just to get a color of the like a piece of furniture with the color that you want. Like it's so inconvenient. Why does it have to be like that? Like the customization's limited to only what you can craft and not what you can buy. And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to time traveling. I mean, like, you guys don't want us to, but you guys aren't making it easy at the same time, you know? Like, I mean, I don't want to wait months just to see red once. You know, it's stupid. I mean, why can't you just have them, like, come out just, like, maybe once or twice a week, you know? Just to make it a little bit more simpler. You don't have to have them come out, like, every, like once a month or once every 2 months. It's stupid for no reason. Okay, so I have another inconvenience. This one's kind of like a minor one, but you know, this is something that I feel like should be easily fixable. So, you know, when you're playing with a friend or you're going to a friend's town, you can't withdraw money from the ABD. I think that's really annoying, the fact that you have to like withdraw prematurely before you actually go into their town. I don't understand why that is a thing. But I'm hoping maybe one day they could fix that in an update so that you could just withdraw wherever you want. Yeah, it's a minor complaint, but it's something that does get annoying from time to time. But yeah, that's pretty much like my main issues with this game. I really like playing this game. I do. I love it, but you know, like at the cost of all these inconveniences and everything, it's just like they're unnecessary. And you know, stuff like updates, you know, where they recycle stuff that came from like other Animal Crossing games, and you know, the fact that they're calling them new, it's stupid. I mean, come on guys, you guys could do better than that. So yeah, I just want to talk about all this stuff because really no one's talking about it, and like I feel like some people are just kind of like blind by their love for this game and don't really realize like the major flaws this game actually has. But yeah, anyways, that's gonna be the end of this video. I mean, like, I'm already 24 minutes in, so yeah, I should just call it a day right here. But anyways, guys, if you enjoyed this video or rant or whatever, make sure to share it. Make sure to subscribe to this channel for more Animal Crossing New Horizons content. My name is Triforce Addiction. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you.